Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Automation. I am bringing back a series that I stopped recording over 4 years ago. Welcome back to Unnamed Car Series. For those of you who weren't around when Unnamed Car Series was one of the main channel headers, this is a series in which I design a car on Automation, test it out in BeamNG Drive, and release it to you guys on the BeamNG repository. There are currently quite a few vehicles from the original run of the series, and I will have the original run of the series' playlist linked here for you today. We will be revisiting some of those vehicles, redesigning them, giving them interiors, and fixing some of the ones that didn't make the final cut that you can see in the last posted video where I threw everything off a ramp. Anyway, for the time being, though, we're going to make a totally new vehicle. In the future, you will be able to comment and vote on what kind of vehicle I create. But this time, because we're returning to the Unnamed Car series, I am just going to go with the flow and create something random. I've just learned how to make car interiors, so please forgive my building techniques. They will probably be absolutely diabolical. Also, I'm not going to make you watch every single facet of designing this. There will be massive jump cuts because it takes a long time to do this. So let's get in there. All right, random number generator. The minimum is going to be 1946. And the maximum is going to be 2020. Let's see what we got. Generate. 1956. Okay. All right, I can work with that. 1956. Let's see what we got here. Wow. Oh, wow. That gave us quite a few bodies to choose from. Oh, God, what is that? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 body types available to us, so I'm going to set my random number generator from 1 to 8. 1. So we're going to be making a sedan. Let's turn everything else off. I don't know, this thing over here is kind of speaking to me. It has a very defined headlight positioning, though, which I might not be a fan of, but let's take a look. All right, I guess we're going to go with this. Let's get the body and everything hooked up first. Obviously, this is going to be a front engine vehicle because of the way that it is, and everything from here on out is going to be decided on by how the vibe hits me. We're going to give it steel just to give it some weight because it looks like it would be a very light vehicle. We're going to go with a laddered frame that's made out of galvanized steel, and it's going to have a front-mounted longitudinal engine because that seems to make the most sense with this body style. I am going to give it double wishbones in the front and the back because I don't know why. Why would I have a reason for that? Oh, the engine. Now, I do have a few existing engines right now, including one that's just called Neil's engine because Neil and I were messing around. Man, should I use Neil's engine on this car? Neil's engine is a boxer, and it's very powerful. At least it was supposed to be very powerful. You know what? I think part of the fun is just creating a new one. Grande Calabornado. Yep, that's a name. Oh, we also need to name the car. This is going to be the Shuma Nemo Cadenza. Yeah, that's also a name. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, the engine explodes. Okay. I'm assuming that engine will work. I have no idea. We have the body morpher available to us at this point. Let's see what we can do to this thing. Oh. I can make the, fenders more fendery. Can raise and lower the roof. Kind of like it the way it was, to be honest. Oh, That's actually a nice orange, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go. Into fixtures. This is the part that's gonna take a while. Alright. Once again, and not on purpose, we have found ourselves making quite an older vehicle, but, that do be how it is sometimes, huh? Front signal sorted. Okay. Windshield wipers are a massive pain in this game. They do this thing where they automatically try to conform to the car's windshield. And there's cars where it just does not work. This appears to be one of them. Probably because the windshield is so severely curvy. I think this is supposed to be a spare tire. Oops. Pretty sure this is supposed to be a spare tire. Oh my god, that's like maximum concentration. Holy crap. Oh. I just hit control save by accident. Manual save. Woo! How you like them puppies? No one else is gonna have those. Can you paint lights, by the way? Like the lens? Oh god, you can. Oh god, you can. Clone fixture in place. Right, we're gonna grab those. Those are just the lights, though. Those aren't my little base things that I made. I need those. Clone fixture in place. There we go. Okay. Then we'll click on them. Glass. Yellow. Look at that baby right there, guys. Oh, I need to take a little bit of a break. I was just concentrating on my screen so hard. I think I gave myself a brain hemorrhage. Oh, I just made auxiliary lights out of 4 spare tires and 2 headlights. Yes, this car is going to have a massive amount of light going forward. No, I don't care. Take that, Ash. Oh, I wish this were one of the challenge cars. I might have just given you guys a little bit of a sneak peek at one of the series that's coming up, but don't worry about it. If you didn't catch it, you didn't catch it. I'm not going to explain it. Why does it only go one direction? Why would it only go one direction when scaling? God's sake. Every single piece needs to be manually moved into place and sized by itself. Ooh. What do I want to do with this? Why does that look crooked? Okay, let's try scaling. I also feel like I should say, keep in mind, I am brand new to designing interiors. Brand new. This is only the second interior that have ever made. So please keep in mind that the methods that I use and the results that I get are not tried, tested, or perfect. So yes, very important things if you want to animate your interior is that you need gauges with separate needles and you need dashboards with separate steering wheels. Remember that. Now I understand that Filmin86 just made a new mod that makes making a manual transmission shifter much easier. And I will be looking into that and reviewing it myself later. But for the purposes of this video, I am going to use the old method on purpose, just so you can see what it is. When I get to that step, just wait a bit. The hard part about car bodies, and please take this to heart, people who make mods for this game, for automation. If you make a car body, can you at least make door cards for your car body? At least make the door cards, because it's a situation where you're trying to force a universal item, you know, onto something that is not universal, right? So you look at the severe curve in the body of this car, and the door card is completely straight. And there's really nothing I can do to make it conform to that shape. All right, so here in the statistics screens, you have a thing called description. And in this description window, you have the ability to type whatever you want. And it is in this description window that we will animate our fixtures. Now, you're going to realize that every single fixture, as we attached it to the vehicle, was given a number. You can see them all here. Looks like we have 45 fixtures in total. Now, that number is about to go up sharply as we decide to animate our shifter, but for now, let's start with the basics. Once you start animating things, it's really important that you do not go back and delete fixtures, because this is now number 45. If I go back up and I delete something up at number 10, this is going to become number 44, and everything after 10 is going to go up one number, which will apply your animations to the wrong fixtures. So make sure that your fixtures are set and you don't want to move anything else. Why is there a floating handbrake here? Well, there you go. That's kind of exactly what I was talking about. Any other goofy fixtures lying around? I don't believe so. Okay, so the most difficult thing to animate is going to be your manual stick shift. So I will do that last. I need to pick my wife up from work. we will do this quickly. Okay, so the first thing I am going to animate is going to be a column shift that I am using as a parking brake because I'm a psychopath. So that is fixture number 37. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a program that we have called Auto Beam Animation Generator. There will be a link in the description below. This is Auto Beam Animation Generator. So we're going to say that number 37 is going to be our park brake. Parking brake, prop ID, 37. We need it to rotate on the green, is that correct? Rotation green. And we want it to rotate clockwise or counterclockwise? Clockwise, why not? Calculate. Parking brake, you take that value and you go back to your statistics window and bam, now prop number 37 is animated as a parking brake. And it's that easy. Now, this is going to require you to go in and out of BeamNG Drive and export and import your car multiple times because there are going to be things that happen, even using Auto Beam as a tool, that you're just going to select the wrong setting or something and it's going to be goofy. So let's continue with this real quick. We're going to do the same thing for our needle here. Whoops. Which needle's this? That's the Speedo. Okay, and that is number 39. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring Auto Beam back up and we're going to say, hey, I've got a wheel speed indicator. I accidentally put it in kph, so we're going to leave it in kph 0, and it has a max value of 160. And its prop ID is number 39. And this is why it is important. Counterclockwise? Yeah, that sounds right. It's not right. Might be right. That's why it's important to wait, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, yeah, mine is in kph because I made a mistake and I used a kph speedometer. And I don't want to take everything apart just to make it a miles per hour speedometer. So this car's onboard gauge is going to be in kph. They're not really too accurate anyway, the onboard gauges, just so you know. But that's why it's important to use a gauge that has a separate needle, because you need that separate needle in order to make it move. Which one's this? Which one's this? That's the RPM. That is number 41. The hardest part to animate is your shifter, and that's because every single gear requires its own shifter. Yeah, you heard me right. Every single gear requires its own shifter. So let's go to manual shifter. All right. Oh, God. I need this as a fixture number. That's going to be number 35. So neutral needs to be -1 and 1 with an offset of 0. Okay? That's number 35. All right, so we now have our neutral gear. And that is where it's going to be, right there. Okay? So now we need shifters for every other gear. Now this is a 4-speed with reverse. So we are going to clone this in place. We're now on the new one. So we are going to go ooh. God's sake. Ooh. And that is going to be our reverse shifter. So our reversing shifter is number 44. Prop ID 44. Reverse gear needs to be like this. And then we take that shifter in the fixture menu and we flip it vertically. So now it lives sticking out underneath the car, which is very goofy, but that's how they work. Okay, let me take this and we clone in place. Then we say, ooh, wrong one. You clone in place. You. Okay. So that is prop number 45. That should be everything that we need to do. Oh, God. It does look a little weird underneath the car, but it shouldn't affect drivability or anything, from what I understand. Oh, God. Okay. What time is it? Let's export a first copy out to BeamNG. Okay, the seating position is pretty scuffed. Oh no, it added a tunnel. BeamNG added a tunnel. Okay, well, the good part about that is that we can make this four-wheel drive now. The bad part about that is that's scuffed. It looks like my needles are going the right way. They are going the right way. Okay. Oh, it color matched my door cards. That's an improvement. Okay, so now we know we got to take all of our shifters and bring them way higher up and make them much smaller. So we will do that. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the nicest cars I've ever made. Oh my god, it looks so good. I forgot to put exhaust pipes on it, so Beam just added random ones. I'll fix that as well. So, exhaust pipes. Now we know that Beam's gonna add a center tunnel. So we need to move our shifter a bit. We need to bring it up, actually, quite a bit, so we probably need to make it smaller, which means I need to redo all of the shifters that I did. I'm also not sure what this cross pattern is that's inside the car, but it is what it is at this point. Yeah, let's give it one drive. First export drive, let's go. It looks like the textures on the roof rack are broken. There's something wrong with the gearing, too. Uh-oh. Ooh. Let's see if we can see the shifters animating at all. Okay, so that's reverse. Okay, reverse is working. So that's, that should be neutral. So reverse. There's reverse. First. Second. First. Second. I'll probably be able to get up to third on the straight. My speedometer's broken. That's an export issue with automation, unfortunately. Second, third. We're gonna go to fourth? There we go. God's sake. Okay. It needs some work. We're going to go back to automation and do that work. Oh, you know what I kind of want to do before I export it again? I want to put an antenna on it. Totally forgot that. Okay, the fuel gauge is now reflecting as full. Let's go into the vehicle configurator. I have no idea if the fuel gauges are actually accurate in this. Fuel volume. Oh ho ho! Look at that! It is actually accurate. Pull the tank back up. There we go. She's still a bit squealy. All of those lights. Actually, why are the bumpers that color? They're the same color as the steering wheel for some reason. That's great. Okay. I'm going to take it back into automation one more time and make some final adjustments to it. Then we're going to take it on a lap of Collision Canyon and then throw it down Car Jump Arena, because of course we're going to throw it down Car Jump Arena. It's an automation car. Be right back. Alright, so we appear to have gotten the car looking and operating the way that we want. I even managed to fix the bumper texture problem by making the bumpers aluminum instead of chrome. Apparently the chrome texture wasn't outputting correctly. Anyway, we're going to take it on a run around Realm Racing Collision Canyon. Just keep in mind that this is pre-update. So as you can see at the time that I'm recording, Spieler has not updated this map for 0.37 yet. I did put it on his radar. He's working on it. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1. It's not the fastest car, but it does okay on Realm Racing Collision Canyon. Let's change our ESC mode to Sport. Oh, we got caught a little bit by the little pop over there, as usual. Let's turn ESC off and see how she does. Oh, there is no off? There still seems to be a slight gearing issue, but we can call that a quirk of the car at this point, I think. It's not designed as a race car. I love this track so much. This is one of... this might be my favorite Spieler map, aside from Caldera Bay. And there we go. Not exactly a blistering lap, but a good lap all the same. I kind of want to see how this performs on tarmac, so I'm probably going to take it over to West Coast USA real quick, and then take it to Car Jump Arena. So I made the realization that Car Jump Arena has more than enough asphalt on its own. Let's drive it around this area real quick. I mean, it's very functional of a vehicle. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Unnamed Car Series, first hero car in 4 years. Let's see how it does on Car Jump Arena. $100, $200, whoa! $300, $400, I think it was $440. Whee! Automation car crash physics. It never gets old. Alright everybody, that's going to be the end of this episode of Unnamed Car Series. By the time this video comes out, you will be able to download this car from the BeamNG repository. I will have a link in the description once it is approved by BeamNG, and it will be with all of the other cars from 4 years ago. Just keep in mind that the cars from 4 years ago don't have interiors. It wasn't a thing when those cars were made. I plan on bringing some of them back into automation and upgrading them to the current standard that automation provides, but that won't be for a little while. Definitely the Armored Courier truck. That is the most downloaded vehicle right now. It has like something crazy like 4,500 downloads and like 3,300 people that are subscribed to it or something. So they'll get like updates if I update the model. But yep, you'll be able to find this one there. Link in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. I gotta take 4,000 screenshots now for BeamNG. Bye.